Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to show you all the settings that are pretty much typical with all pellet stoves, and what each setting means and how they work. Okay. Now, usually on these units, the panel is usually on the side here. And they do give you like basic instructions on how to use each particular dial. But we'll just start with the easy ones here. Let's see if I can get to the light. Okay, so here's the control box, usually located on the side of a unit, and they can come in different. Some are digital, but this is pretty much a pretty standard option right here. Turn the fan down so you can hear me a little bit better. So they always have starting instructions, turn the control knob to off, which would be right here, off. Set the feed limit to number 4, which is there. Clean the burnout pot, which I'll show you in a minute. Turn it on to the desired temperature, which is right here. And you have your igniter set to auto. Okay, now the auto igniter, I've never had to have it on disabled, just always leave it on auto. And for the feed limit, they recommend 4, so I leave it at 4, but you can control it up and down, and that just means how fast per, I think it's per minute, or how many times per minute that the auger is going to feed in pellets to your machine. So if you have it at 6, it's going to feed a lot of pellets in. If you have it at 1, it's going to feed very little pellets, but also you might get lower heat with that as well, not good heat output. So I usually just leave it at 4, no problems at all. This one here is self-explanatory. You want to pick which degree temperature you want to try and keep your room at, 75, 80. Usually it's about 5 degrees over than what you want. So if you want to try and keep it around 70, try and keep it at 75. And then over here, this is your room temperature fan, and all that does is turn the fan on high or low to push as much heat out as you can. If you have it on lower, it'll take a little bit longer for the room to heat up. Higher, it'll heat up pretty quickly, but it's a little bit louder. The only other option, which I've never used or had to use, is you can put it on constant burn. And the only difference between that is on room temperature. When it meets your temperature here, the unit will actually shut off, turn back on when it needs to, shut off, and so on. On constant burn, it's just going to constantly burn. It's never going to shut off. So it'll pretty much just always keep spitting out heat. And in here you would be using your inside dials for how hot it would be. So it would burn a little bit slower if you had it down to 2. If you had it all the way up at 6 on constant burn, it's going to really push out the pellets to keep burning. Like I said, no need to use that option. Just run with your room temp. Do trial and error by your temperature gauge, see how your room is, the rest of your house is. For my house, to heat upstairs, I have to crank it up to about 80, and then I'll turn it back down once the upstairs gets warm. And the heat will pretty much heat your whole house. It just takes longer for the upstairs. And then obviously to turn it off, which these things are safe to leave on when you leave, but if you wanted to turn it off, the only thing you have to do is go to off here. All the other options can stay the same. That's pretty much your settings and what they do. The only other thing you have to do while, I'd say maybe every couple hours, is ashes will build up at the end of the lip there, you can see. So what we want to do is open the door. And it's just simply want to scrape the ashes from the burn pot here. Ashes back in there. I usually try and take some of the matches in the lip too, so that at the end of the week you don't have to clean up as much. It'll pretty much all fall to the burn pit. And you don't have to worry about smoke filling into the house when you have the door open. It automatically will exhaust. It sucks out to the outside, so not much smoke will actually come inside. It also stops the burning process too. Like the flame just went out there, it will not go back on until I close the door. Good tap. Close the door, lock it up, and that's all you have to do while it's running. The only other thing we do that's optional is we put a little cast iron kettle up here, fill it with water, and as it burns, it'll release some water into the air, so it's not as dry in here. It helps with your skin and your throat. It doesn't give you a sore throat. But yeah, that's it for how to run your machine and clean the straight pot. Thanks, and see you next video.